Welcome back. The war in Gaza has left Israel's global reputation on shaky ground. Former Israeli Prime Minister Naftali Bennett was on this program just yesterday discussing that very reality. But it has also shown the world the lengths that Israel will go to in terms of intelligence gathering and military operations to achieve its strategic goals. I discussed all of this with Yossi Cohen. He is the former director of Israel's national intelligence agency called Mossad. His new book, Sword of Freedom, chronicles 4 decades inside that covert intelligence agency. Here is part of our conversation. Yossi, it's great to have you on the program. You discuss in the book quite a few things that are very topical. I'm going to get to those news items in a minute, but there's something from the book very early on that I think will provide a context for everything we're going to discuss. And it's when you reference the successful Mossad effort to use beepers against Hezbollah, and you say that that particular mission, quote, reaffirmed Israel's reputation for exacting ruthless, sophisticated, and devastatingly effective revenge. That aura of strength helps to build unlikely, mutually beneficial relationships. For my audience, put all that together for them. What does that mean, and what did that operationally mean for you in your career?
Right. First, thank you very much for hosting me here, Major. It's a great honor to be in your show. And I'm very excited, because of the books coming out, and that's a very important discussion because of what's happening all the time in the Middle East right now. In operations, or specifically on this one of the pagers, which is one of a line of a very long line of operations that we have conducted, against our enemies in the majorly in the Middle East, there is a kind of a new concept that was invented something like 20 years ago. Even in the first Lebanon war in 2006, we've already used this kind of manipulated equipment that has to help us do 3 things: either to listen to our enemies and to understand what they say, to collect intelligence from within the organization. Number 2 is to tell us where they are. Like the pagers are not containing GPS locators, but others do. And number 3, if needed, you have to plant some explosive into it, so to make sure that you get rid of the enemy at the time when the time is right. And when I offer it in the book, that it needs a kind of a sophistication, a determination, and a decision-taking process rightly, so to make sure that the enemy will understand at the right time that we are there to disrupt its I would say negative planning for the state of Israel. This is something that has to be very well understood in our organization inside the Mossad, and this is what we did.
And that reputation you talk about for sophisticated, ruthless, devastatingly effective revenge, how does that factor, as you suggested does, into Israel's reputation globally and its ability to protect itself and assert itself?
Well, I think that the reputation is something that has to be very well kept, not only because of the reputation only, but on the practical result of fighting our enemies. Inside the state of Israel for the last 77, 78 years, from 1948 till today, our existence is always something that we have to fight for. I think that October 7th is the kind of a thing that shows again, to the world that the state of Israel could be unsafe, and it should be safer and safer, as much as we can. So keeping up our reputation, or making sure that the reputation is always there, is not only for the reputation's sake or the sake of the reputation, but it always goes to the point that the defense and the security of the state of Israel and its citizens should be highly taken care of. And this is what we did for the last years. And I think that this kind of operations show that we have to invent ourselves again and again and again. We have to use everything that is in our power to make sure that the state of Israel will be guaranteed and well guarded from all these imminent threats that are still even today, and of course the last years. And more than that, I think that inventing ourselves is kind of a need to use not only our mental capabilities or keeping the reputation very high, but to use a super high-tech capabilities that are in the state of Israel, and to combine them with our operational abilities. And this is something that has to be worked upon, I mean, for the last years. And I know that it made a very good result, or made a very good outcome in the last very important battles, I mean, either in Lebanon, Hezbollah, or in Iran.
You can listen to the rest of my interview with Yossi Cohen on your favorite podcast platform. And trust me, we covered a lot of ground in the Middle East.